Hey, welcome in. It is the MyBookie.ag Monday night matchup. And we got Monday Night Football coming up with the Giants and the Seahawks. America dying for some Giants and Seahawks. They're going to get it tonight on Monday Night Football along with Lance Taylor and Jim Dunaway. I'm Ryan Brown, MyBookie.ag Code NextRound to play tonight's game and all the action. MyBookie.ag Code NextRound. That gets you a bonus when you make your deposit. They give you a special sign-on bonus there at MyBookie.ag Code NextRound. Dunaway, you fired up for a little Giants and Seahawks tonight?
I am not. This is about the time of year that I stop. It's got to be a really good Monday night game for me to watch it. But this one will not fall in that category. I'm interested to see where Lance's locks are going to go tonight. This is one of those, Lance, I think you need to play it to have interest in this game. Unless you're a Giants and Seahawks fan, this is not a good game.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't think Taylor Swift is hanging out for another 24 hours at MetLife. The Giants were such a surprise last year, not only going to the postseason, but winning a game in Minnesota and going to the divisional round. They just aren't really good right now. And Seattle, I don't know what you're going to get. They were awful in the first half against the Rams, and they've won back-to-back games now. So I'll be watching because we do have a side on this game tonight. We've got a 2-unit play on it at lanceslock.com. You mentioned MyBookie.ag. People need to jump on board. You've got a place to wager now, and you need to win. And just this past week, 14-9-1, we were up 8.5 units. On college football this season, we're up almost 10 units. And on the NFL, 29-3-2, we're up over 6 units. So we're winning each and every week. Jump on board. It's only $100. Most people are out there playing $100 per game. If you can have every pick for the entire month, including Major League Baseball tomorrow, 4 games up tomorrow in the wild card round, we will have action out there. And it starts with another winner, or we end the week with another winner tonight on the side of this game. But I'm also taking a look at some props. So whenever you guys want to go through that, if you want to throw me some things, Brown, I can tell you some of these player props that I like. And I'm actually going to play a couple myself.
Are you now?
I am.
Yeah, I got a ton of player props here. So first of all, the Seahawks 2.5-point favorite, total of 46.5. So we'll start with that. Dunaway, I don't know if you got a side on this you like. I know you and I both have undersold this game about as much as we can. Lance will have a play at lanceslock.com. If you had to make a play here, Jim, where would you go?
It's in New York, right?
It is in New York.
Yeah, I would play Seattle. I like the Seahawks. I like the Seahawks young talent. I think Geno has a manageable game compared to Daniel Jones. Could be another turnover night for the Giants. I like the Seahawks by a field goal in this one, but that's my play. I'm just the amateur.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I don't know why. I mean, the Seahawks really should be – this offense should really be popping. You got Kenneth Walker back. Again, we don't know about Geno Smith. I mean, led the league in completion percentage last year. But when you start to look at their weapons, Tyler Lockett is still a stud. He's an ageless stud. DK Metcalf is still a huge game breaker. And now you got Jackson Smith and Jigba, which really hadn't gotten into the mix. But, man, I mean, those 3 guys with the ability of Kenneth Walker before he got hurt last year, this offense should be a lot better than it is.
And Jigba's been a little slow out of the gate, though, coming off that injury. He had a little bit during camp. So he's still finding his way, learning to play the game a bit at the NFL level. But they have everything, and I think they're the better coached team tonight. So I go Seahawks. I give the points.
Player props. I've got Daniel Jones, LT. I've got him at 285 at MyBookie.ag. Is that his passing total?
No.
Well, I mean, it's all right. So they do it where you can play it at a lot of different places. Like you can play it anywhere from 247 to 337.
Yeah, I mean, his legit total's 234.5.
234.5.
Yeah.
At 234, I can't even get that right now. 234.5 for Daniel.
Yeah, that's where it should be -115, -115. Last night I played the over 171 for Zach Wilson. I mean, cruised past that. I thought Zach was going to have a nice game. He did have a nice game last night. I mean, by Zach Wilson. And I'll tell you, like, if you guys have never played player props, it's a lot of fun. Like, you don't want to play too many,
right?
Because your head's kind of swimming. But if you, and I'm going to give you a couple tonight to play that I think are going to be really good. And some of these numbers don't even make sense. How about, I'll just throw this out and you see where you're seeing it.
Okay.
Total receiving yards for Darren Waller right now. It should be around 52.
See, I've got a bunch of players here. Let me narrow it down to Derek.
Yeah, and it should go.
Yeah.
Seahawks should be all your players first, and then it should be home team after that.
Yeah, they mix it in. I've got it mixed in, so I'm gonna have to dig through to find Darren Waller. Where do you have it?
I got him at 52.5. I will say this about Darren Waller. He should be like, now with Saquon out, he should be the centerpiece of the offense, and he hasn't been. And at 52.5, when you look at Waller through 3 games, he is your leading receiver right now with 137 total, or 132 total yards. But when you look at game to game, 3 receptions for 20 yards, 6 receptions for 76, and 3 receptions for 36. He's only gone over this total one time, and the other games weren't even close. I like the over here. Brian Dable can call plays, and when you've got a playmaker out there that you spent a ton of money on going to get from Vegas last year, you got to utilize this guy better. And a lot of this has to do with the offensive line, Daniel Jones being all over the place. But I think tonight the focus needs to be Darren Waller. So I would play the over 52.5. I don't know where you're seeing it right now.
I got 53 at minus 285.
Yeah, smart play, because here's what happens. Daniel Jones, them on first down or second down, they lose yardage, and then they try to get a little bit of that back to get into a manageable third down by hitting Waller. You do that 2 or 3 times, now you're close to your number there. He's the safety net, so I think that's a great play, LT. I like the over there too.
Yeah, that's the only player prop I'm actually going to play. I'm just going to.
That's it.
Yeah, I've got my side that I'm going to play that you can actually get free right now. Go to lanceslike.com. You'll get the side. It's up. It's available for free right now. Tell your friends.
Free. I like that. So
Yeah.
It's free?
Yeah.
Wow. So
Well, it's the only play I had tonight. We had a good week, a really good week. I don't want to give a lot back. I like the side. I didn't like the total. And I've got to give a free play out every week. It's just, or every night. It's part of what we do at lanceslock.com. So even if you're not a subscriber, you're getting tonight's action for free because it's the only play out there.
Yeah. So, man, you can just bookmark lanceslock.com and get one free play every day.
Every day.
And then you play that play every day, and you see how much you like it, and then you can sign up and play there. You have daily, monthly, yearly memberships. It's an easy way to learn your way to get into lanceslock.com, that free play every day.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday the free play was the Texans. You guys tell me how that worked out.
It worked out pretty
good.
well. Got
2-2.
Got an opposing quarterback hurt, and he won the game. Hope you feel good about getting their Steelers quarterback hurt with that play.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Our big play yesterday was the Jets. We ended up posting it after the noon games. It was just one of those, and that's one of the things you got to keep up with. Now, we send it out to all the subscribers, but there are times, and I feel bad for all my people that actually get my plays for free. I shouldn't feel bad.
Yeah, they're getting them for free.
They hit me up in the morning. I gave them 3 plays, 1 and 2 early, and then hit the Jets, which was our big play last night. Most units weighed the day out. But the only game we had 5-star or above this whole week was Tennessee on Saturday, and that was a pretty easy winner too. And I didn't think Tennessee played that good.
No, they didn't. Lost Brew McCoy in the process, but yeah, that was a pretty easy winner for you. On the field yesterday, both of your teams won. My team lost. Dunaway, your Buccaneers, very impressive over the Saints, 26-9.
Yeah, we're not a good football team. We've been lucky with the schedule: Vikings, Bears, Saints, and then we lost that one game against a really good football team, the Eagles. So we're 3-1. But what happens here is you've got some really good receivers, including Chris Godwin, who had a great game, and Baker Mayfield's just managing the roster. They're running the ball enough to keep everyone honest, and then play action that to Chris Godwin, a couple other young guys. Topkins, one of our young receivers, and then another rookie, number 10. I can't remember his name right now. Had a big game. So just a good day for the Buccaneers to beat the Saints. They've now beaten New Orleans 3 straight times. That's never happened in franchise history.
Wow. Yeah, I'm shocked. Talked about this today. You were talking about you could probably clinch a playoff spot with 7 more wins. I think 9-8 is going to win that division, and I think you guys are probably going to get 9 wins.
Yeah, that'd be great.
MyBookie.ag code NextRound. Play tonight's game. Code NextRound to get that bonus with your initial deposit. A special sign-on bonus when you use code NextRound at MyBookie.ag. Your Rams, Lance, 29-23 and overtime blew a 23-0 lead. I don't know. I'd like to know what the odds are on this. Like when a team makes a comeback of 2 scores or more to force overtime, how often they go on and win it in overtime? Because it feels like when I get a comeback and I force overtime like that, I got to be the favorite in overtime. Credit to your Rams, man. They had shut it down a little bit, and they found that spark again and won it.
Yeah, I said it. It was like, I was watching and everybody had zoned out except me and they were doing shit on their phone. And I was
Right.
like, this feels like a spot where the Colts are going to come back. And once they scored the first touchdown and went for 2 and got it, it was 23-8. And I'm like, this is the way this thing's going to play out. It's one of those things you need to keep up with. And maybe I need to be a little more vocal. I can't do it during a Rams game. But I felt really good about the Colts in game.
Right.
And now with MyBookie.ag, you've got so many opportunities to play so much different stuff. But it just felt like one of those games because we originally gave out the Colts. It was one of our losers yesterday, plus 1.5. But to answer your question, once they tied it up, to me, that game was over because Matt Stafford was limping around. He said he's going to play next week against the Eagles. He's a tough dude, man. But
he was hurt. Yeah.
His hip is banged up really bad. And he was able to gut through it. And Puka Nacua just continues to amaze. And the guy's got 39 receptions through 4 games, which is crazy. And just imagine in 2 weeks, Cooper Kupp's going to be back with Puka Nacua on that field.
Look out.
Yeah, I mean, I like my team. I really do. I think they're scrappy. I think they're kind of in line with Dunaway's. I think they're like a 9 or 10 win team. I've got a feeling if they can stay healthy on the offensive line, they'll sneak in the postseason. And who knows, man? It's the NFC. I mean, the Rams just can't beat San Francisco, but I don't think a lot of teams can. And we finally get that matchup this coming weekend, Sunday night primetime, with San Fran hosting Dallas. That'll be a lot of fun. But
one of my favorite things, LT, about your weekend was because you're a USC fan too. At one point this weekend, you were ahead 77-7 in your 2 games, and you had to get an onside kick to win in Colorado and go into overtime to win against the Colts. That's pretty crazy. At one point, you were up 77-7, and it came down to nail biters.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but the coaches on my side were so much better. Like Dion, he's a great ambassador. He's going to be an incredible guy at bringing in a ton of talent and let his coordinators handle this. But when we're talking about Lincoln Riley against Deion Sanders, that should have been, 34-7, that game should be over. And then Shane Steichen, who is in his first year with the Colts, Sean McVay should have had that thing nipped down too.
Yep.
I don't know, man. It's just crazy year, both levels, college and the NFL, but it's been fun.
NH3425, tell me how Puka Nacua shouldn't be offensive rookie of the year so far. He should be.
Oh, he is. He is right now. I say that. CJ Stroud's got the most passing yards of any NFL rookie quarterback through 4 games.
Yeah.
And they've been surprising at 2-2. So you got 2-2 Rams. Quarterbacks always get the love. I would say Puka right now. He is, without Puka, the Rams probably 0-4. I guess you could say that about the Texans too. But it's going to be one of those two if they continue to play like they are right now.
Yeah, and not just of rookie quarterbacks this year. He's got the best 4-game numbers since Cam Newton in 2011. That's how good CJ Stroud's been.
Hey, and they've got a game. Do they have the Falcons this week?
Who?
I think the Texans play at the Falcons.
The Texans this week are at the Falcons.
Yeah. And that game's Falcons 1 right now.
Yep.
Early lean. I like the Texans. D'Amico Ryans looked the part. We knew he was a great defense coordinator, had great personnel on that side of the ball for San Francisco. But I think he's building a culture. And, CJ Stroud will look as good as he has already. That's crazy.
MyBookie.ag Code NextRound. MyBookie.ag Code NextRound to play tonight's game and all the games this week. Major League Baseball starting back up for the postseason tomorrow. You've got Wednesday night college football. You got Saturday football. Lance is showing us a dog. MyBookie.ag Code NextRound. Which one is that?
That's Chili. Fresh out of boot camp. Hey, and our boy Jeremy Harbin came over today.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing a little project in the backyard. And Chili stood beside me on a leash, didn't make any noise, fresh out of creative.
Be still my heart.
Yeah. And this is, hey, close your ears. I thought about rehoming her and just keeping Bullet. Yeah. But if she can do this,
that's right.
I think we're good.
Who's better than one? Bills beat the Dolphins 48-20. It pains me to say that. But boy, did Buffalo look good. They are the best team in the AFC. I agree with Lance Dunaway that San Francisco is the best team in the NFC, but the Bills are the best AFC team, even though they got the 1 loss.
They are not. They're not the best team. Too many teams to say that about the Bills.
They are, though.
They're too inconsistent, Brown. They got beat by the Jets in the opening night. Jonathan Allen will have those games where he gets lost. They'll forget how to run the football. They'll stop playing defense. They are not a consistent enough team to make it to the Super Bowl. The Bengals will get right. The Ravens will get healthy. Your Dolphins just lost one game. You can try to badmouth them if you want to try to flip the script there.
Bengals aren't getting right, by the way.
No, the Bengals aren't going to make the playoffs. Dunaway, since they lost to the Jets, I agree with you. The Bills looked awful against the Jets. They have beaten the Raiders 38-10, beaten the Commanders on the road 37-3, and they've beaten the Dolphins 48-20. Their closest game has been 28 points since then, and they've played 3 teams. I mean, that's in the NFL, that's unheard of. They are dominant. It's the Bills.
So you guys, the Bengals are done, is what you're saying.
Bengals will not make the playoffs.
Yeah, and look, and they got a tough game this weekend in Arizona. I think they win that game, but watching yesterday, and this is why they should not have started, and it's for selfish reasons. When we were having this conversation a week ago, I was like, Burrow should not play in this game. He's not ready. He ended up finding a groove, especially with Jamar Chase in the second half, and didn't have a ton of pressure from the perimeter. They got that pressure yesterday at Tennessee, and he looked awful, and he's not mobile at all right now. This is how defensive coordinators are going to attack him. I don't think he's going to be able to get healthy this entire season. Now, you go on the road to the Cardinals, probably should win that game, but then you got a toss-up game against Seahawks. You got to go to San Francisco. They're not beating that team.
No, and then the Bills. Then they host the Bills.
Yeah, and then they got the Ravens in 2 weeks after that. I mean, they're about to compound a lot of losses in the first half of the season.
You save it, Dunaway. You save it.
Got it.
Save it. Bills are not making the playoffs. October 2nd, Lance and Ryan both said that. Dallas and San Francisco, what are you doing? Are you putting it on the board?
Pinning it up.
Are you getting
I love it. Pin it up, man. I'll stand by it.
Yeah, I got here's my plan tonight. By the way, I feel a little fall in the air.
Oh, do you? A little nip in the air?
Well, I got outside TV on. I got chili back home. I'm about to make chili. Then I'm going to take an edible. And then I'm going to watch this Carly Russell movie, the 48-hour movie on the list. Saw a kid by the side of the road.
You just took a great night and drove it into the ditch.
No, it's 48 minutes, and then I'm going to be ready for kick, and I'm going to watch the Manning cast, and it's going to be a great night. Drinking a little pernicious IPAs, Wicked Weed, in the Adams beverage family. So I'm about to go pour another one of those, and I'm pumped about tonight.
One more game I wanted to bring. I was going to bring up Titans-Bengals, but we talked about that. Titans beat them 27-3 just on the Bengals end. You know, the Cowboys are a puzzling team. They look so dominant in the first 2 weeks, then they lose to the Cardinals. Dominant again against the Patriots. It's being labeled as Mac Jones benched for Bailey Zappi. I mean, the game was way out of hand. Did you guys view it like he got benched because of performance? Let's see what Bailey Zappi can do, or, hey, this is out of hand. Let's don't get our guy hurt.
I thought it was more out of hand before, but now I start to think maybe they did bench him the way everyone is talking about this. I don't care if it's Bailey Zappi or not. That might be a fun story. And I think Patriots fans want to see Zappi, but they don't have any weapons. And they don't have really a good offensive line right now. And nobody's afraid of that Patriot brand anymore. So I think it's going to be a long season for them. The NFL is weird. And you have these little dud games where, you know, Dallas wins by 40. They win by 20. Then they lose to Joshua Dobbs by double digits. And then they bounce back and win by 35. I think more so what we've seen against the Jets, the Giants, and yesterday against the Patriots is more what you're going to get with Dallas. I think Dallas.
How can you believe in the Bills, Brown, but bring up the Cowboys losing to the Cardinals and not believe in the Cowboys?
Well, I don't. It's not that I don't believe in them. Now, we'll find out who the best team, at least right now, in the NFC is, because Cowboys and 49ers play on Sunday. I think you have to obviously include the Eagles in this discussion.
No, the Eagles are getting beat Sunday, so.
Oh, yeah. They play the Rams? Is that who they play?
They do.
No. I believe in the Cowboys. No, I just said it's puzzling that they were so dominant in the first 2 weeks and then turned around and lost to the Cardinals. It was like, it seemed like their schedule was so set up, the way they were able to start the year with the Giants, the Jets, and the Cardinals to be an easy 3-0, and then out of the blue, the Cardinals beat them.
49ers, Cowboys, Eagles, Lions. Four really good football teams right there.
I don't have a problem. Is that your NFC power rankings? Is that what you got right there?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
4 good teams. Yeah. And the AFC is supposedly tougher. And I'm telling you, the Chiefs will be good by the end. Mm-hmm. Those receivers are young. They'll look like a machine by the end of the year once the receivers get used to doing everything. If this calf thing doesn't stay, I mean, they should have kept Burrow on the bench these first 3 games anyway.
Sure.
The Bengals will be good. The AFC will come back around. the AFC will come back. Not the Patriots, not the Jets. But, boy, if Aaron Rodgers hadn't gotten hurt, that defense is so good, the Jets would be phenomenal.
Hey, and I still think, as much as I like what D'Amico's doing and Anthony Richardson, I mean, I was blown away that he went 4th overall. But this is why scouts know a lot more than I know. And he was really, really good in that second half against the Rams. So AFC South, wide open right now. All teams are 2-2, but I think Jacksonville is about to turn that corner and be the Jacksonville team we thought they would be before the season.
Hey, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, this is our first flex of the year. Dunaway's Dunaway's Buccaneers against the Lions has been flexed into the afternoon window for Fox, coming up in week 6. That's in a couple of weeks. Dunaway, did you ever think your Buccaneers would be playing to the level that one of their games would be flexed into a better time slot?
I thought they would flex one of them out
of
a good slot back to 12 noon. That's shocking that they're doing that.
Yeah.
So that's in week 6. We got a bye week this week.
Yeah, week 6, Lions Buccaneers. So that's coming up on the 15th, Sunday the 15th is when that was flexed to the afternoon.
I mean, we're 3-1 and we're off this week, so we're going to still be 3-1. So get us while we're hot.
Yeah, get them while they're 3-1. Do you like that early bye week? You like a bye week that early? Or you would rather
No,
I don't either.
So stupid.
Yeah,
nobody should have a bye week until you have some bruised up players. I mean, it's a long, and it'll show at the end of the year. They'll start tailing off at the end of the year because they'll go all these weeks without a bye. Getting this early bye sucks.
All right, Seahawks Giants is tonight. Lance'sLock.com, LT, you got to play on this one.
Yeah, you got a free play up right now. Again, we're slaying. We're up in the NFL. We're up in college. We're up almost 10 units this week alone. Jump on board. We got a 2-unit play tonight. So if you typically play $1,000, guess what? Play $2,000 tonight. Play $100, play $200. That's how this thing works. We're going to win for you. Really excited about tonight's game, and I'm giving you a free. Not only you get there's Dunaway 24-19 Seahawks. You can get my official play at Lance'sLock.com for free right now. And then I have got Darren Waller over 52.5 receiving yards. I just put it down, MyBookie.ag. Jump on board on that. That is a free winner right there on a player prop for you.
MyBookie.ag, code NextRound. Dunaway's got it, Seattle 24, New York 19. I'm going to go with a weird score, Dunaway. I'm going to go Giants 18, Seahawks 17. Just a bizarre.
19 wasn't weird for you?
Yeah, 24. I don't even know how you get to 19. I don't know how you get to 18.
Me either.
18-17. I'm going to go 18-17.
So important, so good. Not even a dry erase board. Wrote it in permanent ink.
Look
at that.
We can't get rid of it. All right, go play these games. MyBookie.ag, code NextRound. MyBookie.ag, code NextRound. Get that sign-on bonus when you make your initial deposit at MyBookie.ag. You cannot erase it.
Okay.
MyBookie.ag, code NextRound.
I am going right now before kick to watch The Nurse That Saw the Baby on the Highway.
Okay, will you give us in Trash tomorrow? You'll give us a breakdown on it?
You better believe I will.
All right, Lance's movie review in Trash tomorrow. Everyone enjoy Monday Night Football. We'll see you 9 o'clock tomorrow on the Next Round.